Okay, so it looks like we're rolling. I'm going to download this. I usually do this as a live, but my video quality suffers when it is. So I try to do some different things besides just fitness, but this kind of ties into it too. So I follow some prepper channels too, Alaska Prepper, Prepper Nurse 1, Prepper Nation, that, and pretty much we're all in agreement that depending on where you're located at, when you're walking into the grocery store and that, you're seeing a lot of empty spaces, you're seeing a lot of reorganization, you see a lot of creative, how do I try to make my store look like it's not empty. So whenever I go shopping at and I see some deals on stuff that I eat or going to use, I pick up extras of. So today I went to Walmart just to get some things for dinner, and as I was cruising through, the stuff I got pretty much just for dinner I've already put away, except for just a few items. The other stuff is pretty much for the long term. So we'll kind of go through them. So first of all, I had my meet on Saturday. It's my first place trophy from the bench. In the Masters Plus, there was 3 of us competing. In deadlift, I got 3rd place. And this is the cutest trophy I've got. I really like this one. The first time I got 3rd place, and I'm kind of proud of it. So even though I deadlifted more than the other 2 gentlemen, I weighed more than they did. So they did it as a ratio, which was fair. And one was 69, and he had hurt his elbow in the bench, ended up getting 1st, and then Dan Stevens got 2nd, and he was pulling pretty much the same weight I was, but he was a good almost 30 pounds lighter than I am. So when I go out of Route 29 Fitness next year, Dan will still be in my category, but you gotta be in the 70. Or he still might be, depending on how they're gonna do it. I'm gonna have to bring a bigger deadlift to win it. So that really motivates me. You know, 1st place trophies I love to have, but 2nd and 3rd place trophies motivate me to go. So went to Walmart and picked some extra things up. So what did I get? Well, the first thing I got was another coffee maker. I got this fancy Keurig, you know, and we like it. It's just it's finicky, you know. It sometimes makes me a half a cup, sometimes it leaves grounds in there, you know. And the wife was saying, you know, we might as well just get a cheap one, so I did. I picked up a 5-cup coffee maker, you know, $10. And this will make enough coffee for the wife and I in the morning. So that was my first thing. Yeah, it's always good to have a backup anyway, so of course I needed to get filters. Filters also have a couple purposes. I will pick up more of these next time I go in the store. But you know, here's 100 filters for making coffee, but you can also filter water with this. You know, consider it a 1st stage filtration system in times of need. And then a bunch of coffee. Now I do have some coffee already, but once again, I was buying it was on sale, and it was like 10 cents per serving cheaper if you bought the smaller one, so I got it. Also, 10 pounds of flour. Now, this one I got from a family member when I was in Missouri. They said, you know, to use flour. I said, all the time. I make my own bread. And I plan on, especially in the winter, I plan on making a lot of bread and then investing in one of those KitchenAid, you know, mixers. Definitely something I'm going to have to get. So while I was going through the store, I picked up some of here's my Goya chicken flavored rice. I love this as a side dish. Usually when I'm making pork, this is my go-to. So I picked up a couple of those. They're a regular price, but I used up the last of them. I do have a lot of other rice dishes in storage because it's a dry food. And I keep this until October of 2024. And if I keep it in a cool, dry place, I can probably extend it another year or 2 easily. Also, tomato soup was on sale. First time I've seen it for under $1 in a long time. So I picked up 6 cans. We had a double thing of Skippy peanut butter. Awesome source of protein, especially if you're doing a lot of lifting. Peanut butter, put it in your protein shakes to add some more calories, add some essential oils in there, also to help you with your digestive, keeping it from getting out of control. Had to get some food for the kitty. All right, we were actually down pretty low, and I should have at least one of these in backup, and then I'm probably going to get a couple more, because when you're prepping, you need to prep for the animals too. The cat is an awesome mouser, and for the first 6 years, she survived on her own, and then she decided to be my friend last year. I always go to the clearance aisle. So here's a super bright LED. Usually it was 28 bucks. I got it for half off. There's a place in my hallway that needs a more powerful LED bulb. I'm gonna put this in there. If I like it, I'll probably return to the store and get a few more. You know, at half off, that's a good time to get it. Pillar candles, I use these for secondary heat. You'd be surprised, you get a couple of those going into 10 or 20 tea lights going, and you can bring up a room up a couple degrees and don't have to use your furnace as much. Going through there, I picked up some Goya extra virgin oil. Now, I do have a lot of olive oil, but every now and then I like to try different brands and specialties. I know a lot of their recipes call for it, so that's why I picked that up. I like the company. They talk what they mean, and I appreciate that. Got some white cake mix, along with 2 cans of apple pie filling. This is a recipe I got from the Alaska Prepper Rudy, and about once every 3 months I make it for a dessert. I do have a video in my thing making it. It's one of the earlier ones. It's part of 3 videos I was doing some cooking, and I made the apple pie cake, we call it. It's really delicious, and I make that, like I said, at least about once a quarter. So I always go out and get that. That picked me up a Fleischmann's bread machine, rapid rise yeast. Now I've got it in packets. I got one in a canning jar, but you're never gonna have too much of this. When I was on vacation visiting my daughter, they were trying to make some recipes and their yeast had expired. And so it was kind of flat and still edible, nothing wrong with it. And we told them the next time just use more of the yeast, but I tried to keep more going there. And then I stopped by the pharmacy and picked up one of the 98 cents aspirin. This is my go-to anytime I'm feeling under the weather for the most part. Also in the clearing aisle, and some fish hooks for half off. I have a pond out there full of bluegill. This is the perfect hook size, and basically I can just put this on a stick and I can catch all the bluegill I want. Then one last thing is they have a sale on some extension cords, 6-footers, and these are handy, especially around the holidays and that, but I realized that I needed at least one more, so I picked one up. Probably will pick more up as time goes on. So, this was just a quick grab, except for the milk, which will be for instant need. Everything else was for later on. So you figure I went to buy 1 day's of food, and I came back with probably about plus 4 days I could put into the bank. We got the winter, we get sleet, icy, freezing rain can knock power out here in the country for 4 or 5 days. So I always make sure I've got a couple weeks of supplies. It's just a smart thing to have, and especially a lot of stuff I'm buying when it's on sale, because I can store it a long time. Because my anticipation is that prices are going to continue to go up. I haven't really seen it in the milk and butter and stuff like that, but I have seen it in the canned goods and foods. Used to pick these up for 50 cents a can. This is the first time I've seen them for 98 cents in a long time. So things like that kind of, let me use my money now so I don't have to spend more money later. I'm going to upload this here pretty soon, and then in about a half hour or so I'm going to do a live where I'm going to make some potato soup. Alright, so I'm going to get this all cleared off and then get the computer going on there and trying to get some more videos on it. So that's going to be my evening live while I'm cooking. We'll talk about nutrition, or anything else you want to talk about that's family friendly. All right, so Guys, fitting this out here. Just a little side note on stocking up.